Okay, I think we're live. Yeah. If you're wondering why if there's a lot of dead space in the beginning, it's just that we're I believe it goes live, but just it's live. It takes a while for YouTube to get live. Anyway, we're live. Okay, thank you for joining us. Get my energy field working in some way. So, all right, blessings, and here we go. Greetings to you. I am Scion from the Yahyel. Greetings to you. Many of us have 4 fingers, 3 fingers. Send our love to you. We are happy to connect when you are ready.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
First question is from Danielle. Why do I get spooked around 9 p.m. lately as if someone comes around me?
Yes, there's an entity that is between worlds, lower astral and your world. That seems, I believe the name is Damien. He is checking you out. In some ways, you can say he's having a relationship with you, but you don't know it. And I believe he's looking for lost love, but he is. So send him light, ask him to go to the other side, but he is a ghost spirit. Blessings.
Second one, any messages from my parents' higher selves?
Clarity. The higher selves say that you will understand them better soon. There has been a lot of discrepancies with them. You will see their intentions. As they have been lost throughout their lifetime, even together, they have been lost together, like a ship at sea at times. That has no direction. But you will understand that. They will give you clues, your guides will tell you, much clarity will come through. Because I believe sometimes you feel like they've been not fair to you at times.
Next one's for Jess. Which chakras need the most attention at this time, and will Archangel Metatron send energy to help open and clear them?
Of course, Metatron is always assisting. I believe it's your solar plexus that need much attention at this time. They've been damaged through other lifetimes. Female lifetimes where you were splurging on much material possessions and wealth. Still needs much clearing there from what I'm seeing. Blessings.
Second one for Jess. What messages do my guides have for me? Much love and blessings.
Don't sweat the small stuff. You are going through a transformation, as many are. I do see a lot of Yahyel energies, but I see you focusing on one thing Channeling could be it, healing, but for the most part, this one thing you will discover it eventually. That will help you guide you to a new direction. Possibly job. Blessings.
Next is for Susie. Will I always be poor and heavily in debt?
It's all on how you look at it. Understand that debt is there to assist you because it funds, in reality, it does not exist. So debt is needed. If you will it away, your intentions is to clear it, you will clear it. Right now, it seems like you are not sure if you want to clear it, which is fine. But if you put out the intentions to clear this debt, you will find a way. It might take years to discover the idea of how to do it, but if you put the intentions out there once you get out of debt, you will. Law of attraction, it does work. Many do not use that for getting out of debt, though. But you can. Blessings.
Second question for Susie. How can I access my own akashic records?
Well, your intuition is already connected to akashic records. What is it that you feel that you are connected to? Is it Orion? Is it Arcturus? Where is it? Is it not the Milky Way? Is it other places in your universe that have not been discovered? Most likely, that is where you're coming from. In your akashic records, it is, what is your intuition? Basically, what your guides are saying to roll it, meaning to, like a wheel, just let your imagination roll, or I'm not using the right words for it, but flow. I'm not using the right words at all, but anyway, basically just let, and you will be able to pick up on things in a meditation also. I mean, you're not realizing you can connect without a meditation. Just use your intuition. Everybody has it.
Okay, next is from Wanda11. Yeshua said that a reptilian had its energy wrapped around me last Tuesday and that I was following my old ways in other incarnations. I would like to know what the old ways are, please, in other incarnations, because I don't want to go through the same lessons anymore.
It's basically listening to older men, listening to their ways, even if it's the wrong way, because they're rich, because they're this, because they're... It's basically older gentlemen that understand your soul comes from the old ways, meaning Renaissance time period when males are dominant. And basically that will help you. It's like females have a lot of power here. Okay, Hillary Clinton's not the best example of that. But women do have a positive power here to counteract that male dominant ego that doesn't. So basically, put your power back into your ideas, even if they don't make any sense. It's like, okay, maybe that wasn't the best idea, but still you learn from it and you're not being yourself about it, and move on. Use it as a lesson. It is a lesson, and move on, and it will strengthen yourself. That is the strongest one I'm seeing at this time. There are others, but that's the strongest one I'm seeing. When you heal that, I believe you're already on that path, but you add more strength to yourself. You will see the others eventually, meaning they're not as prominent as that one. That will help. Blessings.
Second question for Wanda. I feel I have been in a very stagnant energy for many years now, and I would like to know when I can shift out of it and if this reptilian energy has been cleared now. Blessings.
Yes, I believe it has been cleared because you put the intention to cleared. You asked for assistance. And now you're at, where do I go? Meaning that reptilian energy is the old way of Earth, the old way of thinking. And you see how the way of the world is. Basically, renew your thoughts. What is the world you want to live in? Put that in your thoughts and manifest it. Cleaner energy, cleaner air, create your own reality. And this can go for others also. This is how you move into the higher dimensions. Blessings.
Okay, next is for Donna Riggs. Blessings. Does my friend Tony B have any messages for his mom?
I'm not sure if I'm understanding that question. Tony, yes, can you say that again?
Does my friend Tony B have any messages from his mom?
Oh, yes. I'm thinking it's Tony. Anyway, I got that mixed up. One moment. I went backwards in that. One moment. Yes, the mother says for Tony B, because I was flipping that around. One moment. Yes, cook for yourself. I'm not sure what that was about. One moment. One moment. For some reason, she is saying that you mothered her, and you have a lot of mother-like features, meaning talents, more than you might think. A nurturing mother instinct, basically, is what she's getting at. What she says that you're like a mother hen, more than you might realize, and you taught her a lot more than she wanted to be upfront with you in your lifetime. So you were very much a great teacher to her of how to be a better mother. But even in the astral state, you taught her a lot. So the teacher is you. Of course, she is there to nurture you, but you're nurturing each other, teaching each other. And she's always around you all the time. I believe you are aware of this. In some ways, like a lover to some degree, because she just loves you so much. If that makes sense. I know I got kind of weird with that, but I believe you understand. It's just a loving passion, basically. And she's there all the time with you. Blessings.
Second question for Donna Riggs. Would you tell me more about me being a galactic historian? In what sense? Thank you.
Excuse me. Yes, what happens is that you want to be part of this world. You realize, understand as an alien, this world's not here very long when you really think about it. Because alien time's going on forever. But this third density environment, you wanted to be a part of it because you're taking these historic times, taking them after you experience them. Titanic is one example. Not exactly the best time in your Earth's history. Of course, there's a lot of controversies around that, how it happened. Maybe it was done on purpose, etc. Some are already aware that was going to happen, that was going to tank. Either way, not to go into any of that, is that you take, that's why I made that the best example, but you take these situations, you take them to other realities, and you dissect them. You reenact them. There are eras in your planet. Now, I believe you've heard this in other channelings, such as your 1950s are brought to other worlds and enhanced. Your Kennedy time period is taken to another world, enhanced, or exactly the same, and you're stopping it and letting it go, freezing time and warning why people do certain things. It's like a hologram reality, you can say, but these are real people. So you're warning from these situations. You're dissecting everything as a galactic historian. You're grabbing these events with your point of view and taking them to other realities, basically. It is as simple as putting it like you have a flash drive for your computers. It's as simple as that. Of course, it's just energy, basically. You're taking this type of era. I understand, I'm just using examples. And you're warning about them, maybe using different timelines. Your world goes through different timelines. And these are lessons for other entities. Understand all this is about creating other races also. I can go on and on with this. But through different perspectives, you'd be surprised. Just one, such as what happened to your Lincoln. A whole society can be built up around that one person. Like you have your Yeshua. But in a different reality, but that same type of person, to take a world in a whole different direction, an Earth like this. You understand? Yes, and go on and on. It goes on and on and on. So that's just a glimpse. Yes, it might have been a little bit long glimpse, but you get it. It goes on and on. Blessings.
Next is for Chloe. Can my guides find me when I'm on vacation?
It depends if you want them to stay where they are. Or you don't want to. Of course they do. You can always tell them to pack their bags, but no, either way, even if you fire them, they're still around you. Of course, they're on connected to you like you. Ooh, I believe you already know that. They are, but you're probably searching for your guide sometimes. Maybe not. Blessings.
Second question for Chloe. Are the Clintons ever going to be revealed for what they have done?
Unlikely, no. They are, as you could call, their prima donnas of your time period. They are, yes, they might riddled with scandal, but mostly seen as your king and queen of your Democratic Party. So it's unlikely. And of course, your Obama is the same way. So it's like king regimes. It's unlikely. No one's perfect, we understand. But still, the crimes most likely be buried. They will still have these controversies, but most likely be glanced over from what we are seeing. Blessings.
Okay, next is for Amy. What messages are there for me?
I do see a lot of entities from the Galactic Federation of Light. I see a lot of mantis around you, assisting your energy fields, taking you through portals to other worlds, getting you ready for your galactic awakening. I believe it has not been fully awakened. I just see a lot of Pleiadians around you during this awakening process. And yes, your human's going to just laugh it off. It's like, oh, that's not real. But you'd be surprised. More numbers are growing as for awareness of their alien and their spiritual connections. And I believe you will be awakening many when your time has come. No rush. But you are warning right now. And I believe you will have more awareness coming soon. I see a lot of mantis around there. Hilarious. Blessings.
Okay, and her second question. Do my galactic friends have any message for me and my son Luke regarding what we think about when we look at the planets in the sky at night? Blessings.
Oh, yes. What they say is what you are connecting to is correct. And much more. But we are connecting to the imagination, where your imagination is going, is correct. And more of that will be, you will be almost living that in this reality. You will feel yourself in astral. I believe your astral connection will get a lot stronger. Because your belief system is wide open, because you're ready for it. And being ready for it does allow it to come through more clearly. Yes, I see you helping a lot of people, especially asking questions like this. You'd be surprised. It's helping you, but it's helping others. So look, you are assisting others more than you might realize, even when you're not trying, which you are. Blessings.
Okay, next is from Steven. Hello, can I have any info on a dream I had with Roxy in a room with lots of other people? Some lady was interviewing me.
Is this Roxy or Rotsy?
They were with Roxy.
Roxy. I'm not sure why I call it Rotsy. Anyway, one moment. This Roxy you are assisting at this time in Astral. I believe Roxy has gone through some hard times that she's come to talk to you about, and you did a healing. Roxy, I believe you will have a more interaction with Roxy. You are, interesting enough, I believe you are helping Roxy in much of her galactic connections, opening up doors, but it's like you took her under your wing. You'd be surprised. I believe you feel your presence is pretty heavy. So it is very strong. Blessings.
Second question for Steven. Any messages from Galactic Family or in general? Thank you.
Yes, I see a lot of Arcturians around you at this time. Assisting your energy field, they seem to be helping you finding music on your radio. They're assisting you on your energy fields. You're connecting to the Nordics also. One moment. In Agartha. One moment. And you are on the mothership of the Nordics, but also the Mantis. You're assisting them with technologies. Understand. I believe you already know this, but what is you're trying? You go to the Mantis in the Nordics, for the most part, and you just like you do it nicely. I know you're trying to connect to humans, but you're not doing it correctly. And you're doing it in a nice way, but you're talking to them, trying to get it through their heads. Because understand, yes, they're in a higher dimension, and it's having difficulties translating to a third density environment. Some of them are a little bit aggressive, as you can tell through your Earth's history of mantis and tall blondes. And so you are helping them with communications. But yes, as I said, it's pretty much what is going on right now. It's all with love, of course. It also does seem like you're helping them talk to politicians too, because some of them are, I wouldn't say aggressive, but they're not getting their word out correctly. And some ways they're getting kind of to just aliens and humans don't always interact correctly. I believe you understand that. Because they don't understand human ways as much as they want to think. Blessings.
Okay, next is for Jim F. I have had several days where I feel really disconnected to 3D, but not connected to anything in particular. I know I have been clearing and releasing past energies, but when will my direction become clear to me?
Right now, it seems like you're on break. You're on like what you call vacation. So just give yourself some. It does seem like you're doing a lot in astral, and your astral self has you disconnected from many things. What your astral self says is to find a hobby or something that entertains you. Of course, continue on your connections, of course. But it just seems like you have to liven up your 3D reality in some way. Relying on the 4th density is fine, but you understand the 3D life, you're here for a reason, and to make the most of it is what's needed. I believe you understand where I'm coming. I'm not trying to make this hard for you, but I believe you understand. Yes, it's excellent to connect, but even Ivan and others aren't always connected to the higher densities. I believe you understand that. Blessings.
His second question, are there any messages for me? Thanks.
Yes, take things day by day. Well, your guys are saying, think of it as a vacation to renew yourself. 5 things in 3rd density that entertain you. SpongeBob, I'm not sure why that came up, but yes, at least in some ways, just something to pass the time with. You're getting to know yourself, your 3D self. Self-love is another portion that you're going through at this time. So you are getting to know yourself. I believe you would understand this. Many do have difficulties in this because many want to go to the 4th density and forget this reality altogether. Blessings.
Okay, next question is for Vasco B. Hi, peace and blessings. I have been getting chills and ringing in my ears. Are there any messages for me?
Yes, it seems like you're being tuned at this time. I believe I do see a lot of the Yahyel energies around you. Yes, a lot of Yahyel actually. I'm not getting a clear indication of who is involved. I believe the Yahyel are part of it. Yes. Tuning your energies, giving you downloads from other beings. Basically, we're clearing your path. So information can come through more quickly. It will come little by little, though. It's just preparing you for your future. Blessings.
Second question, do I have any living aspects here on Earth? Much love.
I do see you have an aspect here as a canine. But I'm not being directed of where. I do believe that the canine is bringing joy to the family that your canine aspect is connected to. I'm feeling Africa. Blessings.
Okay, next is for Debbie M. I've been trying to communicate with my guides on a certain question with no response. Is there anything else I should try?
One moment. Yes, it seems like to take a break. One moment. It does seem like a sea salt bath would be good for you. They are recommending it to clear out negativities. You can look this up on your internet. It will help your energy field. Your energy field does seem slightly low at this time. I believe during this bath, I believe your guides will start to open up ever so slightly, but give it time. Blessings.
Second question for Debbie. Will things go in our favor over the property we are looking at, or will we find something else?
But the guides say it's up to you. So I believe you have a lot of power around that more than you might realize. One moment. It has to do with decisions on your part. As for the deal, I believe that makes sense to you. Meaning, I believe there will be a deal, and it's up to you to decide on it or not. If that makes sense. Blessings.
Second question, or next is for symmetry. Why did I choose to incarnate in this time period and not sometime in the distant future when things are actually changing for the better?
Oh, I know this does feel like it's punishment to a certain degree. Understand you part of this process to let your soul grow. You've had lifetimes where it's been quite easy in other incarnations. This one is for your soul to grow. You've had Zeta lifetimes who've been very comfortable. Other realities have been very comfortable. And now it's time to be in a reality where nothing is comfortable. But it's for you to make it comfortable. That makes sense to you. If it's food, if it's video games, whatever it might be to help you become, to raise your vibration. Realize there's many things here that you have a problem with. Quite understandable. So many do. Because you're much rather connect to the higher densities, which is understandable. There must be something in this reality that make this reality more tolerable. That's for you to discover. Because the idea is for you, understand, to make peace with this reality. Because there's no peace, it is hard to grow. And possibly, I do not see another incarnation here, but it's not going to help you move forward, if that makes sense to you. So it's just that make it work for you somehow. You might be a lot of anger, we understand, but creativity on your side. There will be a time of calmness around you. It will come. Blessings.
Okay, their second question. Any messages from the Nordics?
Yes, I do see female Nordics around you at this time. Yes, of romantic endeavors from what I'm seeing, and Astral mostly. And I believe you understand where this is all going as for your positivity, and it is, I believe this will continue on. And one moment. That's the only message. I believe that is all they have. Blessings.
Next is from Crystal Eve Snow. Any messages from my guide, Robert? Blessings.
They're showing something about gardening. Gardening is good for you. I believe you are doing this already, but I can't connect fully. But they say this will be good for your lifetime here, or add a plant to your life, or add some more nature to you. It will help your energy field and much more. Blessings.
Their second question. Any messages from my guide, Stefan? Blessings.
Yes, he says to walk more. Walking is good in a place, an environment that you feel safe, of course, around a lake or somewhere that you feel very safe. This exercise is good for you. You can take others with you, of course. It'd be good to take family members, of course. I believe there is a dog, a canine with you. That would be good also. Just, I believe you do this, but that is the message at this time. They also show artwork, but they're not going into details. That is, I believe you understand where that's going. Blessings.
Next is for Marianne. Any messages for me?
One moment. Yes, message from the Palladians. They're assisting. your energy fields. You're also bringing more positive timelines to you. They have not arrived yet. Well, they're there, but you're making the jump to a new timeline, possibly a new job or a new occupation, possibly a spiritual occupation, but they're not going into details. You will know what this means. Occupation can mean many things. A new mindset. It doesn't necessarily mean job, as for receiving money. So it can mean many things. But they do show a library around you for research. Yes, your internet's excellent, but they say the library is good also. But they're not going into details what that means. Blessings.
Second question from Marianne. Any messages from Mother Mary?
Yes, be patient with yourself. You do have many children on the other side, and they look to you for guidance as you're guiding them through a world of this type of negativity. So you have obviously a big family that might not always be seen in your reality. So that should lift your spirits. There's also a unicorn energy around you that's assisting you. The Agarthian, yes, you've had many unicorn lifetimes. It has used to cut away the negativity. And you are connected to many Arcturians. I am seeing the image of Dr. Phil. I do not know why. It does seem like that's an Arcturian that you do connect to, an Astral. It does seem like you give him some knowledge. He's giving everyone else knowledge, but you're giving him knowledge of spirituality. Not every day you pick up on his energies. Blessings to you.
Okay, the next one, I'm sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. It's for Zenu Ki. Could you give me examples of when people are not following their passions?
Usually it's those that are very depressed. Those are alcoholism. They're everywhere, as you can see. Usually it is, but some of their passions are just conversation, and that is all. But still they're feeling unfulfilled. So many are great at doing conversations, great with friends, chatting, but the income stream isn't where they'd like it to. Some of them work at well-wage jobs, but also that is because there's not a whole lot available also. And they have a great amount of skills. It's just this reality does not accept them, as you can tell. But those that are, usually it's those of Great Depression, even those of the celebrity are seen with that also, but that is something if you want to look into that, doesn't have to, because they're all over the place. One moment. But as those mostly is with self-doubt. And these are the ones that mostly purchase your cigarettes and alcohol. But that's not always the case for all of them, but it's usually the ones with the most depression. Blessings.
Okay, their second question. Why do I always fall asleep in Ron Weaver's lectures?
It seems like you go with that one in Astral and continue the lecture in Astral and receive more data than what's being told. It's like you are looking for more information that is saying, it's like, yes, this is excellent, but I want to go further. So you do go further. And I believe you are adding that to your life. It's like I already have this knowledge. It's because connected to him, but also you're giving him knowledge also from what I'm seeing. Blessings.
Next question is for Thomas. The new woman I've met, we agree that we seem to know each other from before. Is she an aspect of me, or do we know each other from past lives or other aspects?
It's other lifetimes. I believe it's a feline. As a Lyran, that's the strongest connection from what I'm seeing.
There is an addition to that. I'm sorry. Why do we argue so much?
Obviously, you're not seeing things eye to eye. And but I see this as an attraction that you both have seemed to endure often. I don't want to use the word endure, but it is just an attraction. It is the normal, but that's up to you to end that. that type of conversation. Blessings.
Thomas's second question. Any messages for me from my angels or extraterrestrials? Much love.
Just be patient with this one. It is good to have somebody that does see eye to eye. Even if you do argue, you still seem to be connecting quite well. And just go with the flow. Blessings.
Okay, next is from Carol McLaughlin. Are there any messages for me?
Yes, your guides are saying to be honest with yourself. There's so much more you have not seen. It's because you're seeing a part of you, which is excellent. There's so much more to see, especially in the angelic realms. Just say to allow the floodgates to open. I want you to see it all. I believe you have done this to a certain extent, but then you close the doors. So just say, I want to see it all. Not to say you'll be overwhelmed with too much information, but more will come through. About your lifetime here, family, friends. Blessings.
For second question, what am I doing in Astral lately?
One moment. Yes, I see you around a crystal grid in Arcturus with the Arcturians, assisting its creation process. It is a life creator. It is brought to worlds. It is, I wouldn't say put into the center of the world, but it is, sometimes they bring it to the center of the planet. But it's there to bring a spark of life. Amphibian beings, whatever it creates, and then that becomes the species of that world. Blessings.
Okay, next is for Denise. Do I have any past lives with my female orange tabby cat named Pumpkin?
Yes, and the Lyrans, with the Lyran race, the felines, yes. But I remember Pumpkin is mostly a tiger being. Yes, a little cute tiger being, but a big tiger being. And you are a feline, so you're always partners in crime, as you say. It's kind of like that movie Avatar to a certain degree, but not blue. I think mostly orange, but it doesn't matter. But you do have a feline being with a big cat, and you go on nature adventures. Let's put it that way. Blessings.
Okay, her second question. Are there any dark entities around me draining my energy? I am extremely tired.
I believe most of this is your astral travels at this time. You increase your energy field. You're doing much more. I believe it will cool down. It will get better, but right now it's very intense at this time. Blessings.
Next is for Freddie Cullett. Are there a lot of activities around my home because I saw a lot of orbs lately?
Yes. What is happening is that many are transitioning at this time. You ask for many beings to come to you to bring you information. Of course, you don't remember it. I see a lot of Pleiadian energies around you at this time. Many Galactic Federations are connecting you at this time. They're giving you updates, but also you are assisting humanity in your own way. They're not going into details of what's going on, though. Blessings.
Their second question, who are they, which you answered, and do they have any messages for me?
It is just that you're receiving a lot of data at this time. But you don't remember. I do see a lot of reptilians around you also. You seem to be assisting the reptilians on this planet. A moment. With their energy field here. A moment. You're helping them adapt to understand humans. There's a big deal here with reptilians and humans, meaning many reptilians are becoming, they're using their abilities or technologies to turn into a human to better interact with humans. So you're part of the tests. As for aliens connecting to humans, meaning transform into a human, go out into the public, try not to bite anyone. Of course, that's not going to happen, but you understand. There are scenarios that are built for this, of course, but then they have to go out into the real world and do it also. Blessings.
Okay, next question is for Gregory. Why and what caused what negative things to happen to me today?
A test from your guides, but also you asked for it. But also, you asked for a new direction, a new way, a new point of view, and you got it. I believe that it hasn't fully sunk in. But you wanted to know something, and now you do something new. But I believe your life will change, not drastically, but it will see things differently. Blessings.
Second question for Gregory. Does anyone have any messages for me?
Just follow your heart. Archangel Michael is assisting you in Astral, connecting you to the Palladians, allowing that Palladian connection to increase. But also your human lifetimes here, you most likely will start receiving information about your human lifetimes over time if you're willing to, if you're interested in looking into it. Some of it is slave. One moment. And your family was sometimes the slave owners in other lifetimes. Yes, they were the slave owners, but you roles have changed over time. Listens.
Okay, next is for Tara. Are there any messages for me from anyone?
Well, yes, your guides say think more of yourself. Sometimes you're beating yourself down. Just a moment. Do see yourself as a, they call it the custodian of life. For some reason they're bringing that in. Yes, because you're very part of many hybrid. Oh, they don't want to use the word hybrid, but alien creations. The reason they're bringing that up is to show that you're one of great talent. Yes, it might not be always seen in this reality because the third density environment, you never really gotten along with third density environments. It's always very difficult. It's like you're a higher dimensional being in a third density environment. You just don't mix with this world. From what I'm seeing is from what they are saying also. So, but I believe you'll make this world work also. But it's up to you. They can't go into full details at this time. Most of it has to be confidential. But for the most part, just follow your heart. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Tara. Do you have any advice on how to make plans this weekend as positive an experience as possible?
I'm not sure why they're saying stay indoors, but they say stay indoors. But you can, of course, nature is good for you, what we are seeing. But for some reason, they're saying stay indoors. That might be mostly cryptic from what I'm seeing. Yes, it's for some reason they're saying that. I mean, they're not saying like don't go outside, but they're saying staying indoors. You can't go wrong with that. Maybe a time at home. They're not giving me any details on this. Blessings.
Okay, next is for the bored dragon. I have been able to raise my vibration and physically interact with ETs, even go on ships, after getting their attention telepathically. I know I have been a Draco and other things. When I had kids, I seem to have become more focused on survival. And do you know any advice on how to solve that?
Yes, it needs a healing. Forgive yourself because sometimes you have sacrificed others for your own survival. Female loves, children. Forgive yourself, basically. Self-forgiveness is like, and that'll help mellow out your energies. I believe this makes sense to you. Just to free, because you're still hard on yourself because of it. You're still beating yourself up. Because many were, you understand, it's like going on a road trip and being not very nice to your kids or your wife. Same thing, to some degree. Of course, it's much different, but you get the idea. Of course, it was a lot different, but you have the idea. Blessings.
Second question. It's been a while since I talked telepathically to the Greys and Mantis and others. Do you have any messages to me from them?
But at this time, they are amused by your human lifetime here. But also to say, they don't know, you don't always have to connect to them. Their third density environment needs you most. But they're just, you do connect to them in astral, you're telepathic, you do send them telepathic messages, you just don't remember, you're not aware of it always. You do send intentions to them, which is technically a telepathic message. They do feel your love, they do see your ascension process, of course. But right now they are analyzing your movements here And they say in due time you will be making more of your knowledge public, maybe even in a book, to help people understand all this. Could be a blog, but they do say a book, just of your point of views. Many would find it very intriguing. Blessings.
Okay, next questions are for me. My name is Stephanie.
Yes.
Before I connected to this chat, somebody told me to surround myself with the Golden Trinity. So I was wondering what or who that is.
What? Who said that, or who is the Golden Trinity?
Who is or what is the Golden Trinity?
Oh yes, this is an energy field that is of pure light. It is technically like the Holy Spirit energies, basically. And from what they are saying, you do not do this enough.
Okay.
Because you're like all over the place sometimes, but you understand that.
Oh yes. Okay. Second question is: I've been feeling just more recently very like lost in time. Not like lost in time, but like if I think of a memory or something, like I just can't quite differentiate between here and there. Is there a reason why it's happening more so now than?
Well, you're changing timelines, but also you're to ground your energies more. But it does seem like you're changing timelines, but you haven't made your decision yet. So you can go this way, then you go that way, and hopefully you're on this one, but then you add something to it, you go that way. So it happens gradually from what we were seeing. That's why you're not remembering things. It also seems like you're stopping time also, and you're erasing your memories.
Gee.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
It does. You stop time and you're like, oh, don't need that. And then you go back in, it's like, what was I thinking?
Yes.
Now, everybody does this. If you're thinking of something else, sometimes you will like, sometimes many of you leave your body and it's like, oh, I got this on my mind, that on my mind. And sometimes you just get out of your body and just say, all right, we're just going to focus on one thing. And you forget everything else.
All right. Well, that's all for tonight. Thank you so much.
Yes, blessings to you. We will have a message in future time. Right now is just have an excellent night and have an excellent day. Blessings.
Thank you, blessings.
Okay, thank you guys. All right, have an excellent weekend, everyone. And good night, everyone. All right.